So I just got back from a week-long vacation where I was doing a lot of traveling, and though I did not do any very far traveling like going to Europe, I have always wanted to go to Europe. I just think it's a cool area of the world, and getting beyond the sightseeing and the vacation-y kind of things about Europe, there's a lot of different innovative ways that European countries are adapting to a changing world, a changing world that we live in. One of these things being funding video game development within their country, right? The government is seeing that there's a lot of profit and jobs and just overall benefit that they can get from funding video game development in their nation. I've made videos in the past year on Italy, France, and a few other European countries that are developing a lot of these different plans and I guess you could call them strategies for funding this video game development. And strategy is exactly what the Scottish government is calling an overall plan that they have now endorsed in their country that's going to help a lot with video game development. It definitely marks a significant step towards supporting the thriving games ecosystem. Now, the Scottish Games Network is, believe it or not, actually a thing. Yeah, they have their own network to, I guess, support the development of video games in their country. So they had outlined this very big strategy with the objective to cultivate a more prosperous gaming industry in their country. And the way they would do this, according to the strategy, is by ensuring effective support for its growth and evolution. And yeah, the big news, I guess, that just came out recently with this is, like I said, that the government, the Scottish government, is now officially supporting this. They have endorsed it. I don't know what exactly the specifics are as far as how much money will be funded towards the gaming ecosystem in Scotland. I think that's kind of vague right now. But as it looks, this is definitely something that the Scottish government is totally backing. And rightfully so. Scottish video game development has contributed annually over £188 million to their economy. That is a ton of money. And because of this, the Scottish Games Network has pointed out that their video game development is right on par with other sectors like, cybersecurity, data, and just other branches of tech. And there are some really cool Scottish video game developers that I didn't know about until today. 4J Studios is actually one of them. They did the remake of Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie on Xbox, as well as they've been responsible for a lot of different ports for Minecraft, in all of the 1,000 different versions there are of Minecraft now. Also, fun fact, Roller Coaster Tycoon is created by a man named Chris Sawyer, who is a Scottish video game programmer. But yeah, although this plan right now is kind of vague, the Games Network in Scotland is going to formulate an action plan, that's what they're saying, which will offer practical recommendations to overall enhance the awareness and create support for the video game sector in Scotland. And now with the government's backing of this plan, this whole strategy, it definitely will not only boost growth and job creation, but it's going to elevate the global reputation of Scotland's diverse and promising video game sector. And it looks like workshops across Scotland and online initiatives are now soon going to be announced thanks to this new strategy. This is going to provide opportunities for stakeholders to contribute to the development of this new strategy, as well as I'm sure these workshops will also create even more jobs. So looking very good in Scotland for their video game development. I know 2023 was definitely not a good year for video game development throughout the entire world, and even starting off in 2024, in January. Despite me saying that, I thought that 2024 was going to be the year that things bounced back. Yeah, it didn't start off to a great start. There were even more layoffs in January of this year. But despite all that, I know that things will bounce back, and I love small stories like this. I can't really call it small, of course, because this is an entire government that is now supporting a very big plan. But I don't know, some people might call something like this a smaller story, but I believe that they are very important stories, as stuff like this can definitely secure the backbone of the video game industry across the world. If this strategy works, and I feel like it will, game development in Scotland will definitely be something to look out for.